Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. I don't know, that sounded kind of weird to me, so I'll just try that again. Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video. This time around I have some more toy pickups to show you guys. I got a whole bunch of stuff, and actually having it sitting here in front of me right now, I kind of realized that everything is either Nintendo or Bandai, except for one item, the first thing I'm going to show you guys. But all this stuff, I got it at Value Village, a comic book store, EB Games, Toys R Us, and a convention that I went to here in the city. So to start off with the one thing that isn't Nintendo or Bandai, I found this at the Value Village for $1.99. It was brand new. It's a Tiger Electronics game. Basically, this is the cartridge for it, and I have the LCD game already. It's Wheel of Fortune, and this is cartridge number 7. And they wanted $1.99 for that, and I mean, it was still in the package, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Since I already have the, I don't want to call it a system, it pretty much just plays Wheel of Fortune, and each cartridge has a different set of puzzles. So just toss that to the side. Next up, inside a bag of toys. I'm not going to bother showing you the rest of the stuff because it's really just garbage that I'm going to throw out. But I got these 3 items that I decided to hold on to. The first one is a Pokédex, but I honestly don't know which version of it this is. All I know is that it's from 2003. That's what it looks like. It's faded on the button there, and it's kind of scratched up all around, but at least it still works. I took the batteries out of it just because the batteries I used to test it out were my remote control batteries, and I kind of needed those. So, yep, there was that. And I think the bag was $3.99, but I honestly can't remember right now. The other thing that was in there was this little Mario figure. I don't know how big to say that he is. He's pretty much smaller than my hand. And he's only posable at his arms, but still it's a pretty nice little figure, and it is official. And the other item in the bag that I decided to keep that also works, I tested it out, but again, I took out the batteries because, well, I needed them. At first I had no idea what it was, but then when I saw that it said Bandai on it, I kind of assumed, and turns out I was right in my assumption. But it is a Tamagotchi. I don't know exactly which version of the Tamagotchi, sorry for the glare there, but it's from 2010, so it's, well, a recent Tamagotchi. The years on the back of it are 2004 to 2010, so it must have come out in 2010 or around that time, either 2010 or later. It also says 2010 on the front of it. But yeah, it's just, I don't know why I continue to grab these things. I sometimes grab the older Tamagotchis. Not to say that these are significantly old. These ones are only from like 2004, but I grab some of those ones as well. I have a couple in my drawer over here. But when I saw this in the bag as well, I thought, you know what, $4 to pay for the bag is an okay price. Next up, I went to the store called Labyrinth Comics, I believe. I honestly can't remember. It's on Bloor, just between Spadina and Bathurst, here in Toronto. They had a bin full of random figures and other things at the front of the store. I found this inside. I asked her how much for this. She said $6. Kind of steep, but I was in a mood to buy something, and seeing that everything else in that store was insanely expensive, and I pretty much bothered her in asking for the prices of so many different things. I felt bad about leaving without buying anything, so I bought this here. I don't know if this is official or not. It looks kind of strange, but it's a Yoshi figure with weird proportions. His back looks like that. and the only mark on this is for something called Crazy Toys, but I honestly have never heard of them, and I can't seem to find anything about this online. So if anybody knows anything about this, please let me know. Next up, I went to the Salvation Army that I usually go to, and I found this item here. There were a couple other ones that I had just missed out on, and that kind of sucks because I'm just getting into building these. Um, Basically, it is a Gundam Wing, I should say just a Gundam model kit. This one here, I just paid $1.99 for it, and it is a Zaku. I don't know what kind of Zaku exactly, but I actually built this one. It's on my shelf over there. It's pointless now, you can't really see it. But I built this one, and I felt very comfortable with it after building one of these other ones first. Now, these other two sets that I got them at a convention. Basically, on my way to school, I saw people dressed up as anime characters and a couple other things. When I saw that, I thought I'd check it out. It turns out that they were people going to this convention called FrostCon. It's only the third year that it's happened here in the city, and basically it wasn't really worth the time or the money. Not to say that it was expensive. The ticket was only $15, but it was kind of blah. There wasn't anything really to it. But I walked around. I spent $15 to get in, so I thought I have to buy something to make it worthwhile. So I went through looking for anything Digimon or maybe some video games. But all the video games that were there were either games that I already had, games that were terrible, or games that were terribly overpriced. So I didn't bother with any video games. But I saw these Gundam sets, and basically this guy had tons of them. He had a couple other figures and accessories and stuff like that as well. But I saw this one initially, and it was only $9. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I don't know what the exact name is for this figure, because, well, it's all in Japanese. But I found this guy here for just $9, and it is only advanced grade, which is pretty basic in my understanding, where there are very few parts and very few parts that move. So his legs are stuck in one specific position, which is like that, pretty much just slightly spread open. But I went ahead and built that and put him on the shelf as well. And I also saw this kind of larger set. It was a similar Gundam to one that I had previously found at a Value Village. But the other one that I found is a higher degree of difficulty. I can't believe I said dick there. Anyways, it's a higher degree of difficulty, so I don't feel quite comfortable yet in making it. So I went ahead and grabbed this similar character, like I said. It is a Shining Gundam Neo Japan Mobile Fighter. I don't know. This guy here, he looks like he's like the mascot character of Gundam, just like the very generic character. But I went ahead and built him too, and he had a lot of stickers and a lot more parts, and he even has extra parts, which was kind of strange. I didn't expect there to be extra parts, but there are. But I got that one there for $20. They had a couple of other kits that were about this size for $17 to $30. When I saw that one there for $20, I thought, well, I'm going to get that one. The last thing that I want to show you guys are two amiibo figures. Usually I'd show these in my current and last gen video game pickups videos, but I don't have any current or last gen games that I've purchased recently. I should say in like the last week or so, just because, well, I'm gonna be posting this video sometime in the future, so it doesn't really line up properly. But for me, right now, in a couple of days, is when the new 3DS XL is being launched here in North America. I have the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask not collector's edition, sorry, limited edition 3DS XL pre-ordered. I have what's it called, the collector's edition of Monster Hunter 4 something. I don't know. I have that pre-ordered as well, but I don't think I'll be able to get that considering I still have about half of the amount to pay for the 3DS XL, and it's only a couple days away. But I saw these amiibo figures, and I promised myself that I wouldn't buy any more amiibos, but I saw them, and I felt like I needed to buy them. So the first one here is actually one from the first wave. I was really happy to see this in the store again, and I found this at EB Games. Apparently, a couple of locations had received some more stock of Wave 1 and Wave 2 amiibos, and I'm really happy to have found this one here. It's Fox. Apparently, also some stores got extra Mega Mans and some extra Ikes, even though they had already been sent out to EB Games. I could go into a rant right now about the current state of amiibo collecting, but I'm not going to bother because you've probably already heard it a million times. And then I went to Toys R Us. On the way to Toys R Us, I called the EB Games that was in the mall where this Toys R Us is. They basically wouldn't tell me which ones they had in stock and how much of each they had in stock. Like, they wouldn't give me any information at all. It was pretty much come in and see what we have. And that's where I happened to find the Fox amiibo. But at Toys R Us, I called in advance, and they told me that they had, of the new amiibos, they had just Bowser, Sheik, and Toon Link. And considering I already had Bowser, and I'm not too interested in Sheik, or, yeah, I'm just going to call her Sheik, I went ahead and grabbed Toon Link. And also Toon Link, it was available at a couple of EB Games, but they sold out before I got a chance to get to the stores. There was also 2 more left at the Toys R Us where I found this one here. And the EB Games that I was at, where I found the Fox amiibo over here, they told me when I was in the store that they also had received a couple of Toon Links and a couple of Ikes, but those sold automatically. But yeah, that's it. This is a fairly long video here, almost 14 minutes now, so I'll just cut it off here. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all that you'd like to say, just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. That's it. See ya.